This evening, members of the Joint Services continues the manhunt for a wanted death row prison escapee and convicted killer Mark Royden Williams. Attorney raises concerns over leaked video interview of murder suspect, citing violation of right to fair trial. Discussions continue with Brazil on advancing road linkage in Lethem. In the region, Colombia plane crash, new clues in search for missing children, and internationally, technology helps a paralyzed man to walk. Welcome to this broadcast of Channel 2's Headline News Update for May 25th, 2023. I am Baby Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. Almost 1 week later, authorities are still grappling with locating death row inmate Mark Royden Williams, also known as Smalley, who escaped from Mazaruni prison on Friday, May 19th. The Joint Services have heightened their efforts to apprehend the notorious convicted killer. Shortly after his escape on Friday, the Joint Services initiated an intensified manhunt for Williams. In a significant development, investigators have successfully recovered a boat suspected to have been used to aid the convict's escape. Additionally, the individual believed to have been operating the boat at the time of the incident, and a female, has been apprehended and is currently in custody, actively cooperating with the ongoing investigation. Meanwhile, a reward of $10 million is being offered to anyone with information that could lead to his arrest. This monetary incentive aims to encourage individuals with knowledge about Williams' whereabouts to come forward and assist the authorities in their search efforts. To report any relevant information, you can contact the police at telephone number 225-6940 or the nearest police station. It is vital to note that all provided information will be treated with the utmost confidentiality, ensuring the protection of informants. In other news, President Dr. Muhammad Irfan Ali has announced that discussions for the expansion of the road link between Guyana and Brazil will be advanced in an upcoming meeting with Brazil's President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva. The proposed road expansion will have significant implications for the local tourism industry. Last year, President Ali held talks with former Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro on this matter. The Guyanese government is investing $190 million to construct the Linden to Maboro Hill Road, which will eventually connect to Lethem and provide a 24-hour road linkage for commuters and businesses. This road link is expected to bring economic benefits to Lethem and Guyana, opening markets and expanding the country's tourism offerings. Furthermore, the government is developing plans to transform the Lethem airport into a major municipal transport hub, creating substantial opportunities for the region and the country. Attorney Bernard De Silva has raised concerns about a leaked video interview with his client Brian Richards, who is a suspect in the murder of Kerwin Mars. In a letter to Acting Commissioner of Police Clifton Hicken, De Silva explained that the video's release violated his client's right to a fair trial. The video allegedly contains Richard's purported admission to the killing and was broadcast by an online media outlet on May 13, 2023, spreading widely across social media platforms. De Silva, representing Richards in court, pointed out that Guyana Police Force is the custodian of the video interview. De Silva argued that the release of the video violates Richards' right to a fair trial and urges an explanation for its public dissemination before any judicial pronouncement on its admissibility. To address his concerns, De Silva also informed Chancellor of the Judiciary Yonette Cummins Edwards about the violating of his client's right to a fair trial, citing Article 144(1) of the 1980 Constitution of Guyana. He further noted that he expects the police force to take all necessary action to remove the video interview from circulation. Stick around when we return. Hope Estate receives additional 30,000 high-yielding Brazilian green dwarf coconut seed nuts. And farewell to Sabrina John, Madia dormitory fire victim, laid to rest.
When you need money and you gotta get it fast, Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop is the place for that confidential transaction in a quiet and secure location. You'll get the highest value per pennyweight for your gold and also enjoy the lowest interest rates and longest payback period too. Yes, for that instant transaction to solve a pressing financial problem. That Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, 46 Boyle Place, that's between the Ministry of Housing on Brick Dam and White Castle Fish Shop, be your first and only choice. Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, safe and sound, solid and secure, always there for you. Telephone 231-7878 and 223-8955.
Hello, my fellow TikToker followers. Here's credit. And today, all we will be making Chinese noodles with peppies, chow mein, chicken fritters, and spice cake. For the noodles, all these will be using peppies, black pepper, cashew,
Chinese sauce, soy sauce, garlic sauce, paprika, Chinese seasoning, chow mein seasoning, five spice, and all-purpose seasoning.
Next, this chicken that we marinated, soak for all you don't know nothing with peppies, green seasoning, miracle seasoning,
Pepper sauce, chicken seasoning, paprika, garlic powder, dark seasoning, black pepper, onion powder, and ginger powder, and document plantain flour, and then this butter we make with this quick piece powder, and we
boil in high. We serve with peppies, barbecue sauce. Radhika went to the supermarket and she proper buy up enough things. She feels she alone can cook, but she wrote it even wrong. He shaped like a guy in a map.
Peppies has a wide range of ingredients available at supermarkets nationwide. Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
Make Georgetown beautiful once more with the council that you choose. Keep the city bright for sure, and the heritage we don't lose, and the heritage we don't lose, and the heritage we don't lose. Vote the Independent Citizens for Progress for a better and beautiful Georgetown at local government elections in June.
Problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Boy, was just a man, Lillian.
But you man enough face me.
Leave my woman alone, Chop! Leave my woman alone!
I want you to have this. It's just some money.
Although I'm happy I find this gold, I still worried about it. What do you think, man? This is Jumbie gold? Gold is gold, boy.
Manhunt, a Guyana prize-winning play, powered by the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport. Showtime 6 p.m. Dress elegantly casual.
Hi, Mr. Smart. Please stop a minute and just clarify this thing for me.
Oh, Sonel, don't tell me it's local government questions again.
Yeah, boss. How come the local government elections different from the general elections?
Okay, the local government election systems allow for half of the members of the council to be elected through the proportional representation system, just like general elections. And the other half will be elected through the first past the post system. This system allows for one candidate to be elected to represent the constituency where he or she lives. For example, if a council got 30 seats, like the Georgetown municipality, 15 will be elected through the proportional representation system, and the other 15 will be elected through the first past the post system, giving a total of 30 councillors.
So that means that every constituency will have one of its citizens who live there having a seat and representing it at council.
Yes, Sonel, that's correct. And if you need to know anything else about the electoral system for local government elections, just call G, come. Take care, Sunil.
All right.
Monday, June 12, 2023 is Local Government Elections Day. For further information, contact GCOM or visit the GCOM website at www.gcom.org.gy.
Welcome back. Guyana's coconut industry is said to receive a boost with the acquisition of Brazilian green dwarf coconut seed nuts by the Ministry of Agriculture's Hope Coconut Industries Limited. The shipment consisted of 13,000 seed nuts valued at $12 million, which will expand and develop the coconut industry. Agricultural Minister Zulfikar Mustafa visited Hope Coconut Industries to witness the arrival of the seed nuts. It highlighted that approximately 275 to 300 farmers nationwide would benefit from the seedling produced. The minister also revealed plans to engage specialists from India to further enhance the industry. Hope Coconut Industries Limited also procured coconut shredders to utilize coconut waste materials for mulching and other agricultural purposes, contributing to value-added incentives in the coconut sector. The government's support aims to surpass 10,000 acres of coconut production and foster sustainable growth in the industry. In other news, the final farewell for Sabrina John, one of the victims of the tragic Madia school dormitory fire, took place yesterday as she was laid to rest in her hometown of Karasupuri in Region 8. Described as kind and loving, 16-year-old Sabrina was among 4 girls from the village who tragically lost their lives in the devastating fire. Emotions ran high as prayers were offered in both the Patamona indigenous language and English, echoing the profound sorrow that enveloped the community. The sight of Sabrina's body flown in from Madia stirred overwhelming emotions among her family and village residents. At the burial site, heartfelt condolences, prayers, and assurance of support could not alleviate the indescribable pain endured by family members and loved ones. Her eldest brother, a soldier, struggled to find words, trying to maintain composure, while their mother clung to him for support. Her other siblings wrestled with their emotions. Amid tears, the head teacher of the local primary school, Lynette Yard, briefly spoke about Sabrina, affirming her kindness and loving nature. Sabrina's passing, along with 18 others, including a 5-year-old boy in the devastating fire, has left the community and the country at large grappling with an immense tragedy. Her 3 cousins, baby Jeffrey, Lorraine Evans, and Belnice Evans, who were trapped inside the dormitory, are among the victims awaiting DNA testing for positive identification, further adding to the heart-wrenching loss experienced by their families. The funeral was attended by Minister of Education Prem Manikchand and Minister of Public Works Bishop One Edgehill, who offered their support and solace to the grieving family. Don't go away after the break. Technology helps paralyze man to walk, and Russia, China signs new agreement defying Western criticism.
Boy, was just a man, Lillian.
But you man in offense me.
Leave my woman alone, Chap. Leave my woman alone.
I want you to have this. It's just some money.
Although I'm happy I find this gold, I still worried about it. What do you think, man? This is Jumbie gold? Gold is gold, boy.
Tally, a Guyana prize-winning play, powered by the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport. Showtime, 6 p.m. Dress elegantly casual.
Good girl, forget things. What's the problem, Granny? I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again. Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Hello, my fellow TikToker followers. He is Credit, and today all we will be making Chinese noodles with peppies, chow mein, chicken fritters, and spice cake. For the noodles, all of these will be using peppies, black pepper, cashew,
Chinese sauce, soy sauce, garlic sauce, paprika, Chinese seasoning, chow mein seasoning, white spice, and all-purpose seasoning.
Next, this chicken that we marinate, soak for all you know nothing with peppers, green seasoning, miracle seasoning,
Pepper sauce, chicken seasoning, paprika, garlic powder, dark seasoning, black pepper, onion powder, and ginger powder, and document planting flour, and then this butter we make with this quick piece powder, and we
boil in high. We serve with peppers, barbecue sauce. Radical went to the supermarket and she proper buy up enough things. She feels she alone can cook, but she wrote it even wrong. He shaped like a guy in a map.
Pepe's has a wide range of ingredients available at supermarkets nationwide. Pepe's, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
Make Georgetown beautiful once more with the council that you choose. Keep the city bright for sure, and the heritage we don't lose, and the heritage we don't lose, and the heritage we don't lose. Vote the Independent Citizens for Progress for a better and beautiful Georgetown at local government elections in June.
When you need money and you gotta get it fast, Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop is the place for that confidential transaction in a quiet and secure location. You'll get the highest value per pennyweight for your gold and also enjoy the lowest interest rates and longest payback period too. Yes, for that instant transaction to solve a pressing financial problem. That Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, 46 Boyle Place, that's between the Ministry of Housing on Brick Dam and White Castle Fish Shop. Be your first and only choice. Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, safe and sound, solid and secure, always there for you. Telephone 231-7878 and 223-8955.
Miss Anne!
Oh, hi, darling.
Help me out with this thing, man. You just know everything. What's all this talk about local government election?
Local government refers to the mayor and councillors who manage the affairs of our towns, like Georgetown, and the chairman and councillors of the Neighborhood Democratic Council.
Oh, but why is that important to me?
Dolly, it is very important. Every day, local government officials make decisions that affects you, your family, and the community. They serve the people within the community in which they were elected.
Oh, Miss Anne, me not understand all them big words you use there. Tell me what local government does do.
All right, darling. Local government is responsible for maintaining and protecting public property, like our community centers and the playgrounds, for collecting the garbage, maintenance of the streets, cleaning of the drains and the carpets, and so much more.
Oh, I now understand. Thanks, Miss Anne.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna show off for me friends them why I will vote at the local government elections.
That's a good thing. Let's go.
Monday, June 12, 2023 is Local Government Elections Day. For further information, contact GCOM or visit the GCOM website at www.gcom.org.gy.
Welcome back. Now let's take a look at what's happening in the region and around the world. Colombia's army says it has found new clues in the search for 4 indigenous children who appear to have survived a plane crash last month. The group includes an 11-month-old baby. Al Jazeera's Alessandro Rampietti reports.
After weeks of searching, new clues revealed on Wednesday have renewed hope for the fate of 4 children missing in the Colombian Amazon jungle. A Nukak indigenous woman found a pink baby bottle cap, the case of a smartphone, and most importantly, a used diaper. They are the latest signs that the children survived the crash on May 1st and set off into the rainforest.
We found a makeshift shelter for 3 people, and we found a used diaper, a pair of blue shoes, which we can assume belongs to the 4-year-old boy, and a path that gets lost after 100 meters to the southwest of our search area. So we know that the 4 children were alive after the crash of the aircraft.
The plane that had taken off from a remote village crashed deep into the jungle. The body of the children's mother and another 2 adults were found last week when soldiers managed to reach the crash site after days of severe weather. Since then, the operation has continued around the clock beneath a dense forest canopy. The children are aged 13, 9, 4, and 11 months. The relatives say they know the jungle well. Some 200 indigenous people have arrived in recent days to assist the military operations, some performing rituals to clear the way and find the children. The fate of the 4 children has become a national issue. President Gustavo Petro drew global attention to the incident, tweeting the children had been found. He later deleted it, saying the information was not confirmed. On Friday, the military released a map of the area of operation covering a stretch of jungle of over 300 square kilometers and saying they will continue searching until the children are found. From above, Colombian aircraft are using loudspeakers to play messages from the kids' grandmother in their native language and launching survival kits and pamphlets into the jungle. But despite the new clues, with every passing day, the hope of finding the children alive drops a little, leaving an entire country holding its breath and praying for a breakthrough. Alessandro Ampietti, Al Jazeera, Bogotá.
A brawl has broken out on the floor.
Internationally, a cyclist who was paralyzed in an accident is able to walk again, thanks to a breakthrough in neurosurgery and artificial intelligence in Switzerland. Al Jazeera's Andrew Simmons reports.
So you tell me when you're ready.
They call it brain-computer interface technology, but this isn't about robots. It's a remarkable achievement. A paralyzed human being able to walk again using thought control. And this man, Gert Jan Oskam, who damaged his spinal cord in a cycling accident more than 10 years ago, is living proof that it works. Not surprisingly, he's elated.
Within 5 to 10 minutes, I could control my hips. Like they were, like the brain implant picked up what I was doing with my hips. So that was like the best outcome, I think, for everyone. Just an example, I'm training 10 years to stand up with a friend having a beer.
Neuroscientists and neurosurgeons in Switzerland have used a complex mix of medical techniques and technology. It includes artificial intelligence predicting what the brain wants to do, then a separate AI solution to encode signals to the spinal column of what the desired movement should be.
We do 2 different surgeries. There is one surgery at the level of the brain. We do 2 little craniotomy, put electrodes in order to record the brain signal. And another surgery at the level of the spinal cord where we put electrodes on the top of the spinal cord at the place that is responsible for leg movement. So between these 2, there is communication, an electrical communication, a digital bridge that is then reactivated the legs.
Gert Jan knows only too well his ability to walk again is down to a major experiment. But he's the one in control. AI is helping him, not taking over. And this, along with brilliant human skill sets, are making it all happen. Andrew Simmons, Al Jazeera.
And finally, Russian Prime Minister Mikhail Mishustin has met with the Chinese President Xi Jinping in Beijing. The 2 countries are deepening cooperation despite Western criticism that China is not doing enough to push Russia to end the war in Ukraine. Al Jazeera's Katrina Yu reports.
Beijing rolled out the red carpet for Prime Minister Mikhail Mishustin, the highest-ranking Kremlin official to visit China since Russia invaded Ukraine. Beijing is strengthening ties with Moscow despite criticism from the West. Meeting President Xi Jinping on Wednesday, Mishustin said relations had reached an unprecedented high. The 2 sides signed agreements to deepen cooperation in trade, services, agriculture and sports. On Tuesday, Mishustin opened a business forum in Shanghai, attended by about 500 Russian delegates. Trade between the 2 soared by 30% in 2022. Mishustin says it could reach $200 billion this year. With plans to increase Russian exports of grain and energy and manufacture more Chinese cars in Russia. Moscow is increasingly using the yuan and sells oil and gas to Beijing at a bargain price. Analysts say Russia is more dependent on China than ever before.
It's definitely fair to say that it's an unequal partnership for sure. It's important to remember that even prior to the Ukraine invasion, the Russian economy was orders of magnitude smaller than the Chinese economy. And now that a lot of it's been shut out of Western markets, China has become an increasingly important buyer for Russian energy.
But while there are benefits, there are also liabilities. The friendship has damaged Beijing's reputation in Europe, and China's special envoy is now working to repair it. This past week, Li Hui has visited Ukraine, Poland, and France. Officials say his tour is a mission of peace, though Kiev says it won't accept any ceasefire that involves losing territory to Russia. The visit follows the G7 summit in Japan, where Western leaders repeated condemnation of Russia's invasion, something Beijing has refused to do, saying it's neutral in the conflict. Xi Jinping declared a no-limits partnership with Russia before the war. He needs Putin's support in what he's described as an ideological struggle with the US and its allies. But this partnership does have limits. China's economy depends on the West, and it must be careful to comply with international sanctions. Katrina Yu, Al Jazeera, Beijing.
This brings us to the end of our regional and global news coverage. Up next is the 30-minute forecast. And that's Safe TV2 headline news for this Thursday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to follow us on Facebook and YouTube. You can also tune in tomorrow morning at 6:30 for a rebroadcast and on Monday evening at 7 for more news. Until then, please take care of yourself and each other.